Rivers First, a documentary on the 2 years of Governor Siminalayi Fubara's administration. A leader shaped by providence and graced by God stands as a beacon of humility and transparency. He is guided by conscience and unwavering in truth. He remains fearless and steadfast, never bending to intimidation, but always lifting others with integrity and purpose. So let's talk about leadership in Rivers State since 2023 and how one man who assumed power through sheer providence and grace, having been chosen from among many and favored by the generality of the people, is changing the narrative of governance and the treasure base of the nation. Governor Siminalayi Fubara is that leader who came to power with a proven track record of humility, transparency, and commitment to addressing the plight of the downtrodden, the marginalized, and the oppressed in the state. Rivers First, a documentary on the 2 years of Governor Siminalayi Fubara's administration. Since he assumed office on May 29, 2023, this combination of bone-deep commitment and steely determination has driven his approach to governance in Rivers State with a difference. He is changing the narrative, prioritizing the needs of his people, resisting all forms of intimidation with grit, fearlessness, and daring. For him, as long as the needs of the people are prioritized, every other thing is secondary.
For we as a government, our duty remains people's first. Those things that we know that will make life easy for you, it is the area that we pay attention to.
Governor Siminalayi Fubara understands clearly that leadership is only effective and impactful when backed by visible and measurable results. This perhaps explains why he stands firmly by his pledge of prioritizing the yearnings of the people, righting the wrongs of the past, completing ongoing projects initiated by his predecessors, liberating forgotten communities, and initiating new ones that impact positively on the people. His mantra is Rivers First, the people first.
Our mantra is Rivers First. Our covenants and commitments are to serve our people to the best of our ability, with compassion, honesty, and responsibility.
So now, let's tell you how well he has fared in this direction, shall we? For decades, development in Rivers State, in the main, revolved around the capital city, Port Harcourt, leaving other communities as mere spectators to the vaunted progress in the state. Till now, within a few months of assuming office, Governor Siminalayi Fubara is flipping the script with a vision that is clear to everyone. For him, every community, whether they be in the heart of the hinterlands or deep in the creeks, must feel the impact of good governance under his watch.
It's an administration that pursues the happiness of the people. If you watch some of our videos, particularly my ministry's videos, we always end with the catchphrase, one of his statements, that governance is about the happiness of the people, and that's his aim. So most of the things he's been doing, and when we have some instructions, or when he considers projects or things he wants to do, he's always concerned about the inconvenience people face in some areas and all that. And so I can say that it's people-oriented. And I remember he once said a long time ago, said that he wants to run a welfare government. And I was like, what does that mean in my mind? I was just speaking. But I see him doing all those things every day. The thoughts he has, like the welfare of civil servants, of the people and all that. So I can say that, yes, it's a compassionate government, though firm, but very considerate.
Governor Siminalayi Fubara knows that achieving real change in Rivers State requires more than just good intentions. Reason he has assembled a team of like-minded individuals committed to the vision of transformation. A group of dedicated professionals that has gone back to the drawing board and with sharp focus and strategic thinking crafted a plan to overhaul the state's internally generated revenue system.
We're doing what we should have done 10 years, 15 years ago. Reassuring people Rivers State is safe. Rivers State has all the potentials. We need better road connectivity. We need light in the city to reduce crime and to make accessibility to any point easy.
Despite facing political distractions and pushbacks, the governor and his team stayed the course, plugging leaks and tightening the system within the first few months. Their efforts paid off eventually, and in spectacular fashion, as Rivers State's internally generated revenue skyrocketed from 15 billion naira to an impressive 27 billion naira in record time. Team Fubara did not stop there. The people were assured that every naira and kobo would be stretched to its fullest potential, delivering tangible value and making every investment count.
Your Excellency, because the greatest asset of the state remains the people, not oil and gas. The people remain the greatest asset. So once your focus remains with the people, especially the less privileged, the poor, those who are struggling to feed every day, once they remain your focus, I want to agree with you that the sky will become the takeoff point of your administration.
Next on Governor Fubara's agenda was to connect the dots, transforming neglected towns into thriving communities that could stand shoulder to shoulder with the state capital.
The distinctive approach is inclusivity. It's prompt attendance to matters of state and the general well-being of the Rivers people. He is a governor that you can wake up anytime. He is a governor that interacts even with the least of the least. You know, he's a civil servant from that basic training, responds to memos, with speed of light.
Armed with a well-thought-out infrastructure rejuvenation strategy, the Rivers State government, under his watch, has successfully completed and currently completing more than 35 major roads across all the local government areas of the state. And according to him, there are many more miles and smiles to come. Take for instance the Aleto-Eteo-Ebubu Road in Eleme local government area, spanning 10.9 kilometers. This once neglected township road has been transformed into a major pathway of progress for the people. It is a transformation story that has seen a once deplorable road blossom with concrete and asphalt, connecting communities and sparking economic activities like never before. Little wonder, during the commissioning, Governor Alex Otti of Abia State described Governor Fubara as a leader prepared to serve his people.
Clearly, he came prepared. And I don't believe that any distraction is enough to take his focus away from the welfare and interest of the people. So I can assure you, Rivers people, that the dividends of democracy that you are seeing now is still dress rehearsal.
You can see our road, very beautiful. Everything has changed. So I appreciate him. He's a good man.
It was so terrible because a lot of businesses shut down because the road was a no-go area. You can't access it. Now, coming in is so difficult. If you have to come in, sometimes you spend a lot of money because of the road was terrible. So getting someone to bring you in here, they charge higher. Our markets were shut down. Most of our shops were shut down because nothing was happening. Nothing was really happening until the governor came to our rescue. So now, as you can see, everyone is happy.
And Rivers' servant-in-chief was far from done. Governor Fubara's ingenuity shines even brighter with the groundbreaking Port Harcourt dual carriage ring road project, spanning an impressive 50.15 kilometers. This ambitious initiative, launched in July 2023, is a testament to his visionary leadership and commitment to reshaping the state's infrastructure landscape.
Siminalayi is not only a Simi, he is a simple, sincere, and very collected and quiet person, a performer par excellence. Mr. Governor, I'm sorry I underestimated you. You are never provoked, and I have seen the attestation of that today. Because in the midst of all distractions, I have seen works being done. The social impact, the change of mindset, the regrooming or restoration of the glory of Rivers State as the cradle of modern politics in Nigeria.
A similar project, perhaps the crown jewel of Governor Fubara's road project, is also underway. It is a 12.2-kilometer original Trans-Calabari Road valued at 225.1 billion naira and built to be completed in 32 months.
When I was invited to come and flag off, I felt that it's only a person who has vision and who has the commitment to develop his people that can do this. So, Your Excellency, let me commend you for your vision and the courage to start this road project, because it's not a going to be a tea party.
Thank you for the tenacity of purpose and courage in commissioning the Trans-Calabari Road. The Trans-Calabari Road has been a road that has been on the books for decades. But as my king said, no other governor has had the courage to take it on as you have done. For that we are eternally grateful. It is a milestone, it is a legacy project, and it will open up this entire region.
The contractor handling this project has been mobilized with 30% of funds for takeoff, while the state government is assuring residents that it will not borrow to fund these projects, but will use the savings from its newly revitalized internally generated revenue account.
We are not going to borrow to embark on this project. We have saved, and we are using our savings to pay off, which we've already done, the 30% initial advance payment. So the contractor has no reason to delay, but to start up the project immediately.
This ambitious move has proven to be a huge surprise to development analysts.
Sim being a person of character, one who loves the people that he is privileged to govern, Sim a resilient leader, and he has shown and proven to everyone how resilient he is. He is one that I have had personal interaction with, and I believed that he is ready to lead and is leading. Sim is one that is very passionate about people, and for me, he may not be a political class, but he's people's class.
When completed, this project will redefine connectivity within the state and set it as the #1 in infrastructure development in Nigeria.
One of the very unique features about the project is the fact that it's basically built over swamp and rivers. That's the most unforgiving terrain you can think about. As short as it may seem, 12.5 kilometers, we have 4 bridges with a total length of about 1.6 kilometers. Of the physical bridges you see, river crossings, 4 bridges. The longest of them is about 576 meters, and the shortest about 108 meters. But aside that, we have about 1.3 kilometers of decompiles. So you might not see that as a bridge because you don't have the arc. But basically what we're doing is we're building on swampland where you have to drive piles into the ground, run beams like a bridge, but they're flat. So you can technically say you have about almost 3 kilometers of bridges.
When I was coming in with the governor on the right, I saw the joy, the happiness from the voiceless people that were abandoned and neglected in this area, coming out to be welcoming us. It wasn't a hired crowd. Everybody, those that could not make it to this place,
In front of their homes, they were waving at us, and I was telling the governor, this is all about governance. You listen to the people and solve the problem. So it shows that he is doing the right thing, and I want to thank you, my brother.
But that's not all. The 33.5-kilometer Elele Umudioga Egbeda Ubimini Ikiri Omoku Road in Emohua local government area is another game changer for communities once trapped in rural isolation.
He's doing fine. Now the best governor for Rivers State. Sir is doing well. He went to Sapas here. He said the road no good. He just award the road. We are thanking him.
The road was very bad. This area, everybody, both children when they go to school, they suffer. But now, we are very happy for what Sim did to this community.
Before now, before Sim came into office, the road has been a dead trap. There was a lot of kidnapping and so some of the social vices within along the road, armed robber and so on and so forth. But for the effectiveness of this reconstruction of the road, we are relieved, and I believe it will bring much more economic ties between the Elele people down to Umudioga and Egbeda, down to Ubimini and Ikiri.
Well, I'm so glad and happy to see that as it stands now, road can lead from here freely to Omok. So I'm well appreciate what governor do it. He's very nice governor to us. It's now better than before. If the road now, somebody can drive, as soon as they finish the road, people can drive freely. There will be no more pothole and other things.
The 14-kilometer Rumukrushi Igbo Eche Road, which has been abandoned for years, the Opobo Ring Road, the Kalibiama Ekbelema Road, the Andoni section of the Ogoni Andoni Opobo Nkoro Unity Road, a 27.5-kilometer road network which had been abandoned for over 24 years, the Bori Township Road in Kana local government, and the old Port Harcourt Road in Ahoda are opening up these communities and transforming them into increasingly urban centers of growth, ripping the one city-state label that has plagued Rivers State for years.
This dedication to creating a better future for your people is truly inspiring and serve as a model for other states to emulate.
It was more of a death trap. But today, on behalf of my people, I am thanking, or we are thanking our governor, our amiable governor, for having seen the need to fix this road for us.
It's a road that has been abandoned for years, but he has come to say, no, this is one city which is reckoned in Rivers State. When you talk about the old provinces, where it comprises the Imos, the Oweres, the Bayelsans, the Edo Delta, this is the capital. And he said he's going to make sure the place looks like the capital of the old provinces. We cannot thank the governor enough.
More than mere decorative infrastructure, these roads are connecting the people of Rivers State to opportunities and giving them a chance to dream bigger. But Governor Fubara's vision for his people reaches beyond road infrastructure. It also subscribes to the notion that education is a vehicle to sustainable prosperity. Beyond constructing more than 10 schools and remodeling iconic colleges like the Okrika Grammar School and the Kalabari National College, he has also prioritized equipping these schools with cutting-edge facilities for smart learning.
As we speak today, this school is a modern school, befitting enough to house pupils and provide teaching accommodation for the 21st century. Without His Excellency, I wonder what our pupils here should have been going through. But thank God that He has intervened. That is what I kept saying, that governance is about the people. Governance is about delivering on the dividends of democracy.
This place is wearing a new face, that the students that come here, whether the devil likes it or not, will pay attention to their teachers, and they will come out with a flying color. So we are happy. The whole of Ekpe land is happy with this project. Not only men are what we are happy. Indeed, we are happy.
One real game changer is the approval of mass promotions for long neglected teachers across the state and the recruitment of an additional 1,000 teachers to reinforce the state's education system.
Since the inception of our governor, our golden governor, Sim Fubara, it has been so wow. I was employed since 2007, no promotion. He immediately came into power. He promoted a double, triple, and our salary to tripled. So we don't know how to appreciate him, but it's only God that will bless him. When you talk about the minimum wage, he promised us and he fulfilled this promise. This last salary, we all got our minimum wage in full package.
For a very long time now, for years, teachers' salary have been static, just on same amount. But once immediately he came on board, we were promoted. In fact, before we got our letter of promotion, he implemented the salary. He started paying us. And just recently, the minimum wage he actually promised, he implemented it too. We were shocked. He shocked us positively and we loved it.
Now, students in public schools across the 3 senatorial districts of the state have their WAEC, NECO, and NABTEB fees covered by the state government. Another proof of Governor Fubara's dedication to lifting financial burdens off their parents.
In the past, there were a lot of neglect in the education sector. The schools were neglected, there are infrastructure deficit. Children were sitting on the ground. Teachers were not there. Most of the teachers, most schools you go to, you have 2 or 3 teachers serving 300 students or primary school children. When coming on board, he quickly intervened
At the tertiary level, Governor Fubara ensured the release of a 1 billion naira grant to Rivers State University. He reconstituted the governing councils of state-owned tertiary institutions and ramped up scholarship grants by 50% for medical students from Rivers State. Going further, Governor Fubara also awarded scholarships to 100 Wigwe University students, thereby opening doors to endless possibilities for the citizens of the state.
If you go around primary schools and secondary schools in Rivers State, you will see that they actually need renovation. And he has gone around trying to do that. In fact, recently, tears ran down my face. I don't know what school that was, a primary school. The children were marching and singing, Siminalayi, our governor, we've never seen one like you. And they're marching. And I said, my God, they really, really love the governor. And they've seen what he's doing.
He has handled governance with the kind of maturity in the circumstances. The way he's going, I see a River State where every part of the state feels the impact of government. Not just a part of it, but every part of the state.
And because it is a healthy population that can produce and sustain durable wealth, Governor Fubara is also changing the healthcare narrative in the state. With a monumental 26 billion naira investment, he is remodeling zonal hospitals across the state. The hospitals in Bori, Degama, Ahoda, and Omoku are all being reconstructed, while the Boni General Hospital is being rejuvenated. The health-conscious Rivers helmsman is also constructing a brand new general hospital facility in Rumwibo.
The project we are commissioning has significance, and that is what we should be talking about. It's not going to do one useless project and we call people. We're talking about projects that will add value to the life of the people that you have decided to govern with the support of your people.
More than 10 primary health care centers are currently undergoing upgrades to ensure access to quality services for the people at the grassroots. The Fubara administration has also procured the new medical emergency ambulance system, signaling a new era of prompt response and medical attention in the state. Aside from these, Governor Fubara also employed 2,000 healthcare workers to join the mainstream and provide support for the lean workforce.
His Excellency's commitment to the health sector is not squared solely on either the secondary or the tertiary level healthcare, but even down to the primary healthcare level. There's the renovation of 10 primary healthcare centers around the 3 senatorial districts of the state. And these primary healthcare centers will serve as a point of care close to the communities where people can receive up to 70%, 80% of the healthcare needs even before being referred to either the secondary level hospitals, which we know commonly as cottage hospitals, general hospitals, or even the zonal hospitals, or the tertiary hospitals.
The commissioning of the Bori Zonal Hospital is yet another landmark achievement from Governor Siminalayi Fubara's table in his 2 years stint in office. The massive project, which was initiated by one administration, ignored by another, and left gasping for life, became a monument to neglect until Governor Siminalayi Fubara stepped in, bringing it back to life. With top-tier medical equipment and expanded services, this facility now serves as a critical intermediary between primary healthcare centers and the overstretched State Teaching Hospital. At the commissioning, Governor Siminalayi Fubara describes the fully upgraded 105-bed hospital as a lifeline, not just for Bori, but for the entire Rivers South East Senatorial District.
Today is very special to us because we are fulfilling one of our commitments. We are fulfilling an aspect of our agenda, Rivers First, where we promise the Rivers people that healthcare, education, agriculture, protection of life and property of our people will be paramount or take the center stage of our governance.
Does Governor Siminalayi Fubara understand the importance of food security and the role agriculture plays in socio-economic development of the people? Profoundly so. And it's the reason he facilitated the immediate rehabilitation of the once vibrant and abandoned Songhai farm in Bonu, Tai. He has also invested in the cassava factory in Oyibo, a demonstration of his resolve to turn the agricultural sector in Rivers State into an economic engine room of the South. Governor Fubara is not just cultivating crops, he is planting seeds of prosperity for his people.
Our intentions are right. Our commitments are unwavering. With the collaboration and support of all, we will collectively harness the economic potential of Rivers State to achieve considerably high and sustainable economic growth and prosperity in the coming decade and build a brighter future for our children and grandchildren.
It bears reiterating that true leadership prioritizes the people, and Governor Fubara's people-first approach is nothing short of inspiring. Now, more than 3,000 entrepreneurs have benefited from a 4 billion naira MSME credit fund set up by the current administration in order to unlock opportunities for small-scale businesses to grow.
He has done something monumental, something big in this state, which we have never believed that will be done.
Civil servants and pensioners are also on hand to reap the rewards of Governor Fubara's unprecedented generosity. From long overdue promotions to a groundbreaking minimum wage increase to 85,000 naira, up from 70,000 naira, Rivers State again proudly leads the nation with the highest minimum wage, and that's because Governor Fubara is resetting the standard for prioritizing people's welfare.
In fact, indeed, he's a God sent. He's the David of our time. By now, if not for Fubara, I just imagine how it would have looked like. But God bringing him as our governor, in fact, it is a thing of joy. We are so happy to have him as our governor.
You know, the governor that God gives us is a governor that has his people in his mind. That's why I say that the slogan that he brings, say, the money of Rivers State for Rivers people. That's why I say simplify movement. We say Rivers first. It means that all that belongs to Rivers, every money of Rivers State is for Rivers people first. We always attend to Rivers people. We have Rivers people at heart.
That's not all. The transportation sector in Rivers State is also feeling the impact of Governor Fubara's development strategy. The fuel subsidy removal by the federal government dealt a huge blow to Nigerians. Residents of Rivers State also felt the impact, but Governor Fubara came to their rescue with the introduction of free bus transportation to cushion the impact. He also revived the moribund state-owned transportation company, RTC.
The man is doing well. Today we are paying 2,000 naira to Omok. It's a cheap price. In all transportation, he has done more than what we did not expect. We want him to live long so that we will benefit more from him. He is trying. RTC was no longer in the use, but today we are using RTC as our own River State transport company. So we thank him so much.
RTC was created in 1970 by the then military governor of Rivers State, Sir Alfred Spiff. So they're happy for not allowing the company to go into extinction. We mean to be buried alive. Buried alive means that the company was doing fine before her operation was suspended.
How many states are giving people free bus? Like myself, I'm coming all the way from Rumahalo. There are some people that are coming from Igrita. There are some people coming from Eshe to work. At Rumokoro, we meet at Rumokoro. This vehicle carry us from Rumokoro down to Secretariat. So you can imagine the relief from Rumokoro to Lagos. The fare is 700 naira, and by the time you pay like that in a week, you know how much is going out from your salary. But this free bus is helping us in the morning. It takes us to work, and then in the evening they come back here to pick us to our destinations. They take us down to Rumokoro. So it's a very big relief for us. We are so happy about it. Fubara has come to stay.
Despite relentless attempts by his detractors to derail his administration through political antics and attacks on state facilities, Governor Fubara has remained steadfast, standing tall on the trust his people have placed in him. He has improved security in the state with concrete actions, including the donation of operational vehicles to the Nigerian Police Force and the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. This is indeed a testament to his commitment to keeping Rivers State safe.
Look at Rivers State today. Look at the peaceful nature of Rivers State. Rivers State is extremely peaceful now. And again, are we happy as a people? Yes. Starting from last year, you recall that the civil servants, they got about 100,000 Christmas bonus. Ever since, we've been happy. Again, most recently, the minimum wage of 85,000. The people are happy. And when the people are happy, it means the governor is doing extremely well. And more will still come.
Under Governor Fubara's watch, the judiciary is experiencing a refreshing new independence, free from interference. From swearing in new judges and providing them with necessary tools to rolling out a 20,000 unit of affordable housing project for the people of Rivers State. Governor Governor Fubara's efforts have left no sector untouched. Even in sports, his impact is undeniable. He spearheaded the revival of the abandoned Real Madrid Sports Academy, which was a beacon of hope for young, aspiring athletes. He also rewarded celebrated athletes in the state, thus reviving the state's sporting aspirations, and held the first Port Harcourt Marathon. Rivers State also played host to more than 10,000 athletes from the 36 states of the Federation for the 43rd Annual Public Service Games, tagged Simplified Rivers Games 2024.
Looking at what we have been hearing about rivers, with all the challenges, and is able to invest heavily to transform the sport facility and host the entire country, it is evidence of his leadership capacity. I'm indeed impressed, and I want to encourage him not to be distracted, but to focus on his mandate and continue to deliver the dividends of democracy.
Under Governor Fubara's leadership, Rivers State has solidified its reputation as a major economic powerhouse in Nigeria, hosting its first ever economic and investment summit in its first year in office. Rivers State is now a magnet for multinationals and local investors who are eager to harness its numerous potentials. Rivers State consistently tops the National Bureau of Statistics charts for financial stability, internally generated revenue (IGR), and overall growth and development. This is no overnight success story, as it traces back to Governor Fubara's tenure as the state's accountant general. Back then, he was a quiet force behind the scenes, steering Rivers State toward fiscal excellence. Now, as governor, his visionary approach is more evident than ever. He is a true economic strategist with a Midas touch, effortlessly blending boardroom expertise with pragmatic leadership.
The economic heartbeat of the Niger Delta region and the Southeast are focused at this time to grow our economy to greater heights so that we can drive more tax revenue to deliver quality social services to our people.
Governor Siminalayi Fubara is indeed a silent achiever who lets his great work speak for him and serve the needs of the good people of Rivers State meritoriously. For him, no community is too small or insignificant to deserve development. His approach is holistic, strategic, and deeply rooted in the belief that Rivers State's strength lies in its diversity, and as such, the people should and must always come first.
I must commend Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Honorable Siminalayi Fubara, for all the projects you have either initiated or completed. This is what we expect of successive administrations, to realize that they are running a relay race to develop the institution where they find themselves at any given time. Your Excellency, you have done well, and I must say we are proud of you.
Governor Siminalayi Fubara has a message of hope and optimism for the people of Rivers State. He is looking ahead with a promise of brighter days and reaffirming his commitment to putting the people first.
This year is going to be a year of more achievement. This time around North Road, our fire services, you can see what we're doing there. For over how many years now? Over 8 years or 9 years. We don't have a functional fire service. But today, I can proudly tell you that we have bought all the vehicles, we are remodeling the offices.
For over a decade, the Rivers State's fire service was nothing more than a sleeping giant with structures spread across the state. When emergencies struck, the state relied solely on borrowed strength from multinationals like Shell, Ajip, Chevron, and Total Fina Elf to fight fire's disaster, while its own fire stations crumbled into obscurity. But Governor Siminalayi Fubara stepped in to rewrite the narrative, drawing a line in the sand and declaring that never again will Rivers people watch helplessly as flames reduce their hard-earned assets to rubble. A few months after his visit to the fire service stations, he visits again, this time for the commissioning of this strategic and all-important facility, starting with the headquarters at Mile 1 and 2 others located at Borokiri in Port Harcourt City Local Government Area and Rumodumaya in Obiakpo Local Government Area.
I feel very happy again to stand before you to showcase again one of the things that we have done to show that the interest of our people is most important in our administration. The essence of this project, you already know. We have to safeguard the life of our people and the property of every citizen of Rivers State, which is the primary function of governance.
Now the people of Rivers State have found a liberator, a visionary, and a leader who truly embodies the spirit of service. Through his calm yet determined efforts, Governor Fubara is reshaping the infrastructure landscape of the state, ensuring that every corner of Rivers State has its moment to thrive and shine.